Bitcoin and cryptocurrency bull run, far from over. Far from over. Lots of good things to come for us. In fact, we're not even at the Bitcoin halving yet, guys. I want to talk a little bit about the price action today, talk about some of the big catalysts we see coming up in the markets, talk about meme coins, talk about Ethereum, talk about some other stuff going on in the altcoin space. And thanks to Wilder World for sponsoring today's stream. But more on that in a few minutes. Shout out to everybody joining in the chat. I see you guys. What's up? Hold on to those great questions till the second half of the stream. We'll be talking crypto, talking shop, hanging out, man. My favorite part of the day, to be honest, talking crypto with you guys. So hang out. Let's get into the news. So the price of Bitcoin, it's doing things again, guys. Look at this. So we did have a nice rally yesterday. Daily candle just closed a couple hours ago. Now you will may perceptively notice something here. We are still not broken out of the downtrend. Nice price action yesterday. I dig it. However, what do we keep putting in here? We keep putting in lower highs. Lower highs. This is just another lower high. You see it did not get up to get over this level here. So until we start breaking those lower highs, yeah, we will continue down. We'll continue down. So that's fine. And that's fine. I know a lot of people are freaking out, man. What's going on with the price of Bitcoin right now? We're chilling. That's what's going on. We're in a bit of a correction. The bull run's not over yet. This will happen multiple times. Multiple times. So prepare for it. Internalize it. We could still see the price go lower. We could still come down to retest that 50-day EMA. Nothing would be out of the ordinary, out of normal. It would all be part of the plan. Okay? Perspective there for you. Guys, people here out here freaking out, and we're not even at the Bitcoin halving yet. Come on, man. Come on. We're about 3 weeks out from the Bitcoin halving right now. You're really going to tell me that that's it? Cycle's over? No. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay, guys. Look, Bitcoin halving, this has been a wild cycle because essentially we've seen so much hype and excitement come into the market before the Bitcoin halving even happens. We hit a new high before the Bitcoin halving even happens. And that is an unprecedented event. However, unprecedented events lead to, let's say, unprecedented Moonboy bull posting, right? Where we all, oh, okay, this is going to be even crazy. We're going to go to 500K this cycle, and it's going to be wilder than anything you can possibly imagine. Look, I'm here for all that. I'm always happy to see such things happen. But years in the market have taught me to be optimistic, but cautiously so, especially for wild price predictions. Oh, we all love to throw around wild price predictions. They're a bit of fun. And yeah, we're probably going to potentially $1 million, maybe 600-700K by 2030. Crazy times are ahead for the cryptocurrency markets. Maybe I'm not being bullish enough, and that's fine. But I'd rather be cautiously optimistic than overly optimistic, especially as the markets really, really start to heat up. But we have a long way to go still. And I think the best days of this bull run are 100% ahead of it. I mean, come on, guys. Bitcoin halving hasn't even happened yet. But you do see stuff like this, and this kind of freaked people out. Look, this is last week. This is the flows for last week for the Bitcoin ETF products. Every single day was a red day. We had 154 million out on Monday, 326 on Tuesday, 261 million out on Wednesday, 93 million out on Thursday, and 51 million out on Friday. And Friday was so bad, we only had $18 million going into BlackRock. The worst day yet by far. Only $18 million. That's crazy. Fidelity, $18 million bucks. That's nuts. Grayscale, 170 million out on the day. So, as we have long said with these Bitcoin ETFs, the flows will not be stable, and we will have times when there's outflows. And remember, a lot of the people buying, they are just people. Right? They're not like some wizard hedge fund managers or whatever. And even hedge fund managers, most of them underperform the market anyway, but I digress. most of the people buying the Bitcoin ETF, they are susceptible to the same kind of BS everyone else is susceptible to. So when Bitcoin starts pumping again, gets over 73K, gets up to like 80K, we're going to see another $1 billion inflow day because everyone's going to want to buy when the price is pumping. Nobody wants to buy when it's cheap. Here's the numbers for you, man. Not making it up. Just look. It's crazy, isn't it? Human psychology. What is wrong with us? When we see things on a discount, we go, no, I don't want to buy that. Why would I buy that crap now? It's down 20%. New all-time high. Yeah, oh yeah, sell me that. I'm going to remortgage my house, make me all I can get. Keep it classy, humans. Anyway, here's a nice one from Bitcoin News. Bull cycles typically end with 84 to 92% of investment. Now, maybe it sees a diminishing return. Maybe we'll get up to 72 or 74, 75%, for example, the cycle. But for reference, right now, we're only at 48%. He says Bitcoin's bull cycle is still far from over, as shown by the relatively low level of new investment flows, according to Crypto Quant. Now, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? That's pretty interesting. There's a lot of different top indicators we can use, and a lot of on-chain metrics are pretty valid in terms of really showing the big money moves on chain. And usually when you see most of them peaking up like this, when they look like a big fat mountain, generally is a problematic time to be buying and a good time to be selling. Okay, so again, but we're still really early. We're still only at 48% compared to, well, how high we could go and where markets usually top around. Okay. Willy Woo here sharing good news, bad news for Bitcoin fundamental models. The bad news is that the SOPR, the spent output something ratio, anyway, has peaked at a very high level. This means profit taking is in progress. It suggests consolidation will take time. He said, my mom always said to me, breaking all-time highs were never meant to be easy. You have an interesting mom, Willie. I guess that explains Willie. Anyway. Again, lots of interesting data we're seeing right now in the market cycle. And we have some of these indicators like this that came early and showed basically a very overbought status or a top status, even as something like call it early on. That could just be an early cycle peak, but not the final peak, right? We're going to get this where you have major run-ups, cool down periods, major run up, cool down period. I almost like that kind of cycle more versus the one that just goes. That makes me paranoid, man. It's got to be chill. It's got to be chill. Let's have a nice run, chill. Nice run, chill. Okay, it's good. It's good. It's a good vibe to be in. Moving too fast just makes me paranoid. Paranoid that it's all going to end too damn soon. Although it's already getting pretty exhausting, to be honest. Kyle Dupes here pointing out another $1 billion in Bitcoin left Coinbase yesterday. Whales are quietly amassing during market dips. Think long-term, not short-term, to ride the waves. Crazy, isn't it? Every damn time retail's selling, the people at BlackRock selling Bitcoin ETFs to regular people, right? People, of course, they can afford to buy Bitcoin ETFs, but regular people. And they're not buying when the price goes down 17%. Whales, Bitcoin whales, oh, they're buying. $1 billion in Bitcoin just left Coinbase. Somebody's buying. Is it Sailor again? Could be Sailor again, but it's not just Sailor. It's going to be a lot of other Bitcoin whales, a lot of other big players. They recognize value. They know the cycle's not over. They know we're early in the cycle. They know the Bitcoin halving's 3 weeks away. They know the crazy is still to come, that we are still early enough in this cycle where, well, there's just massive opportunity left, essentially. So there you go. There's that. Now, let's do a quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is Wilder World. So let's go ahead and get the video queued up here. Bada bing, bada boom. So real quick, some notes on Wilder World, guys. We haven't been following what they're doing. One of the most exciting, if not the most exciting gaming and simulation project out there. Some people are even calling it the GTA of Web3. Wilder World is building a massive multiplayer metaverse that leverages the latest advancements in photorealism, artificial intelligence, and blockchain technology. Wilder World's been around since early 2021 and is fully focused on building their product throughout the bear market. Now they're about to release their first game, and as you can see, it looks absolutely awesome. Now they just announced game-changing partnerships, which will help them to onboard millions of gamers. Partnered with NVIDIA GeForce Now Cloud Gaming, so it can be accessed by anyone with an internet connection without needing the $5,000 gaming computer. Partnered with Metagravity for massive scale concurrency. Partnered with Polygon and Celestia to build their own decentralized gasless blockchain so that the gamer does not have to put up any of those gas costs. Partnered up with Superverse as well, and they have an absolutely world-class team across the globe with members who have worked in some of the biggest gaming and entertainment titles out there: GTA, Matrix, Blade Runner, Need for Speed. Now, everything in game is powered by the Wild token, and we have huge hype, I think, building up for this as we come closer to the game launch. So very exciting stuff coming up for Wilder World right now. Looks beautiful. It's a unique project. It's a very interesting project. Now, I've actually been an investor in Wilder World for a very, very long time, so you should know that as well. But thanks to them for sponsoring today's video. Guys, if you want to learn more about Wilder World, what they're doing, about their upcoming game release, and much, much more, there's a link down below in the description where you can get signed up to their social accounts and follow along. So go follow them, and that's where you can find the best details, the best updates coming out from Wilder World. Go and check it out. Thanks again to the guys over at Wilder World for sponsoring today's video. So let's continue. Let's continue. I want to share this tweet here from Raoul Pal. He said, "What is macro crypto summer and why does it matter?" Well, he says macro summer has started. Winter for all of us down here in the southern hemisphere. Thanks, Raul. Anyway, he says the everything code cycle where the ISM picks up GDP growth. He said that's driven by liquidity, which bottomed at the end of 2022. Macro summer and fall are all about liquidity rising, and it's the core part of the everything code thesis. And that in turn lifts tech stocks. They love macro summer and fall. But Bitcoin loves macro summer and fall even more. Crypto summer has started and fully developed will fully develop post-halving. It's all the same everything code. Watch out for base season, by the way, guys. Coinbase, not one to fade in their whole base chain, all ecosystem, if you ask me. He says it also happens to be an election year cycle. He says, but macro crypto summer is really about alt season. And this is the season they let the dogs out. Of course, meme coins have been capturing public imagination in a massive way. He says liquidity should rise all the way into the end of 2025. I don't expect an exact match here, more subdued, but who knows? Again, if liquidity keeps rising until the end of 2025, that fits the 4-year cycle theory, doesn't it? Remains to be proven. Will we hit our exact 4-year cycle theory as we have approximately doing, or will this time be different? Are we really going to have an accelerated cycle? Anyway, he says using many of our everything code inputs, we get a forecast of global liquidity. It looks like this. He says, I have no idea whether it's China, the EU, or Japan, or the USA that drives this. Maybe a bit of all of them, but time will tell. He says the work we have done in the everything code and GMI has been central to his investing strategy and got them max long tech and crypto in December 2022. We have forecasts out to the 2025 for crypto and tech from this workout. There you go. So pretty interesting stuff. I like the thesis. I generally agree with it. Liquidity's rising. And in that scenario, fading tech, whether it be tech stocks or crypto, kind of a crazy idea. Okay. CRG here pointing out, he says funding has giga reset. The last time funding was this low was in February 2022. That's for altcoins he's talking about. And look what happened afterwards. This is what happened afterwards. We had a massive rally for altcoins from 875 billion up to 1.2 trillion, about a 50% increase in the total altcoin market cap from that time. Now, funding is just one metric. You can't base everything on that, but still interesting. Cam says, Lark, can you talk about the Pi cycle top indicator? Something we've talked about a lot here on the channel. It's very interesting. Of course, we look back at the previous cycles. It has hit Bitcoin's top price within a few days. We'll see if it's accurate again this time. Wouldn't fade it. Personally, would definitely pay attention to it. And I'll be telling you guys when we see it hitting, which could come as soon as the end of this year, which could really throw a wrench in everything Raul just said there, particularly for Bitcoin. But maybe if we have a bit of a slowdown for Bitcoin as alts move, that could extend the Pi cycle top indicator out till 2025 sometime. Let's talk about Ethereum. Alex Thorne, director of research at Galaxy Digital, said that due to the SEC subpoena and the SEC's lack of contact with the ETF applicants, the approval of the Ethereum ETF spot ETF in May seems extremely unlikely, and the SEC may consider whether the 2014 Ethereum ICO was actually an unregistered securities offering. Could throw a bit of a monkey into the wrench, wouldn't it, with the crypto market, especially when it comes for Ethereum specifically. But look, Ethereum's too far along now. What are you gonna do? Give the Ethereum Foundation a big fine and everybody moves on? You know, it's interesting. People freak out about this. EOS. You want to talk about somebody who was a bad behaving actor in the space? Block One raised $4 billion for the EOS blockchain. They built EOS and they said, here you go, community, have fun. There's your blockchain. They took their $4 billion and ran. They bought 100,000 Bitcoin, something like this. Huge amount of Bitcoin, maybe 200,000 Bitcoin, wild amounts of Bitcoin. You notice they didn't buy all their EOS tokens, did they? No, they bought Bitcoin, didn't they? They got fined by the SEC, by the way, for running an unregistered security offering in the USA. They had to pay a $25 million fine. So you raise $4.2 billion, you pay a $25 million fine, you get to keep everything else. I feel like they won. They won the game. Anyway. Crypto, man. Crypto, what are you going to do? Hey, we're seeing a lot of buzz right now, by the way, about Phantom. A lot of people are starting to buzz on Phantom. Price has gone up pretty significantly. It's up about 100% in a month. But some big things coming for Phantom. We'll share more news on that, of course, as we start seeing some of these big updates coming out. But a lot of people starting to build some hype around Phantom. We're seeing a lot of it getting a lot of play online right now, getting a lot of hype on Twitter. So perhaps something to pay attention to at the current $3 billion market cap. It was a big runner last cycle. Of course, the top was like $3.50. So we'd want to target a new high price for it. And at $3 billion market cap, you know, it's not the cheapest coin in the market, but still we're seeing a lot of interest come into some of these alternative layer ones that haven't really had a run yet. Mr. Tokyo Phantom here says probably the biggest alpha on Phantom. Quoting Andre Crone, a bridge everyone can trust doesn't have external risk assumptions or trust factors and has no direct access to underlying assets. This is why we haven't launched Sonic yet. We are busy integrating this currently. So they could be coming with a new bridge technology. Andre has had some interesting releases in crypto and has been a very, very prominent developer in the crypto space more broadly. The Sonic upgrade for Phantom is going to be really, really big. And what is the bridge they're working on? What is going on here? I think we're learning some more about that in the near future. Let's talk meme coins real quick, and then we'll dive into your questions. So the DOT is dead, the dead airdrop, starting now. Please check your balance over the next few days. You should receive 36 dead for every DOT that you held at the time of snapshot. Now, there is some scandal that has broken out here because 36 was not the number that was promised initially. Initially, people were going to get 1,000. Okay? People were going to get 1,000 dead per DOT initially. Now, there are going to be more airdrops coming out, so you're going to get more than 36 in total, but you got to wait for the next airdrops to come into your wallet. Okay, so there is that, right? But what happened? Why did it go from 1,000 to 36? Well, apparently, from my understanding of the situation, there was a final funding ask from the guys at DED to the Polkadot governance board, which got shot down. They were asking for $10 million or something like that for marketing, promotion, market making, all that kind of stuff. That got denied. So the guys behind DED basically said, okay, well, we're taking it private then. We're taking it private. We're gonna raise money privately, and the airdrop's gonna be much smaller. It's not, and because the community's not gonna fund it, we're not gonna give it all to the community. Pretty controversial move. I think a lot of people, of course, understandably upset about that. But the flip side is, hey, you still got free DED coins. So what the heck? For me, I have been staking my DOT on the Nova wallet. So I'm getting a higher APY staking my DOT, and I got my DED coins. So, and now there's going to be a much smaller initial supply, only 5% of the tokens, with the rest going out to private investors and stuff like that with 2-year vesting contracts. So the initial amount of DED in the market will be much, much smaller. So it's interesting to see. Now, look, you might say, oh, that's crazy. No one's ever done this before. Well, Bonk actually did something pretty similar. Now, Bonk's initial promises weren't like Dead's were, right? And again, that last minute funding being pulled from the Governance Foundation made this move happen. But Bonk actually was a pretty heavily, VC, let's say, backed meme coin, right? A lot of money in that. So they're kind of going that route now. We'll see how it works out. But yeah, there you go. You can still get free coins. So look, at the end of the day, it's a free airdrop. You got some free coins. Take it for what it is, right? Okay. By the way, speaking of meme coins, apparently whales are starting to accumulate when, of course, the cat meme launched by the Jupiter guys. Now I've got full disclosure. I have some when. I have 50. I know it's probably worth $100 right now or something worth of when, maybe $150. I don't know. I've kept my airdrop. I got my airdrop, didn't sell it. It's like, we'll just see. Let's see what happens with this. See how much it goes up to. It's not going to be a life-changing money, no matter what it goes up to, unless it goes on to $1 trillion market cap, which is not going to happen. But hey, we can all dream, can't we? Can this cat really fly? Let's see. Robin Hood Riches here pointing out that Base, so Base, of course, being the layer 2 launched by Coinbase, that Base could be the new paradigm of meme coins. We could see a lot of on-chain aping happening on Base, and it could be a place to watch out for. Now, I haven't spent a lot of time on Base recently. It's tough, man. There's only so much time in the day, realistically, between making all the content, trying to manage my portfolio, spending time with the wife and the kids, all that kind of stuff. You can only do so much. But it is on my list of things to do. Go get on Base, play around on Base, screw around on Base. We've seen huge hype building around Base. I mean, Aerodrome. Is it Aerodrome? Is it up 10x in a month? Maybe. Or is it up 10x this year? I can't remember what's up. It's gone wild. Arrow's gone absolutely wild. I know a lot of you guys have been talking about that one for a while. So great to everybody who got into that early. It wasn't me, but I know a lot of you guys did. So well done to the early believers in that one. Huge gains coming in on that. But I think that Base season could be a possible trend to watch for the mid-year market cycle. So do with that information what you will. By the way, Floki Inu out here trying to be more than just a meme coin. Floki hopes to expand beyond meme coin status by introducing debit cards, digital accounts, and educational platforms for its users. Is this the inevitable trajectory for all meme coins where they're going to try to do so? Well, Dogecoin never really started pretending. There was some funny stuff that Dogecoin whales did over time. Whatever, it's all good, but like they never really tried to go like next level with Dogecoin, so to speak, and like, okay, we're gonna, I don't know, launch Dogecoin University or something like that. But Shiba Inu, Floki Inu, I mean, they're the competitors. I guess they have to try to offer more. These multi-billion-dollar market cap meme coins, they need to do more. They need to offer more, and that's what they're doing. Shiba Inu's got all kinds of stuff, got metaverse and games and decentralized exchange and all that BS. More than just a meme coin, right? Floki Inu trying to do the same. So there are a lot of meme coin news there for you. Meme coins, of course, continue to be the far end of the risk spectrum, whether you're looking at the hot new thing or the newer things or the medium term things or the older things. Remember, it's all just a bit of fun. Don't bet the house on meme coins, okay, guys? Real quick before we answer your questions, guys, if you're not signed up to the newsletter yet, get signed up. Best damn newsletter in crypto. I know I keep saying it, but it's true. So check it out. Check it out. You can join our 110,000 plus weekly readers and start getting all the latest updates to your inbox. NFTs, airdrops, altcoin charts, altcoin news, the latest in the crypto industry. You can also see our 10K to 100K challenge, all the strategies that I'm trying to implement to try to grow a portfolio from 10K to 100K. Check it out. It's fun. You'll love it. Link in the description. So let us talk crypto. Got a bit of Avion here today. Just, the Perrier's here, but we're going to leave that one uncracked for the moment. Some nice still water for the moment. Anyway, guys, what do you want to talk about today? Let's talk crypto. Oh, where was that? DJ YK says, do you hold some Jupe? Yes, I do. You can find my portfolio disclosures, which lists all the current coins I'm holding in my portfolio, all my venture investments, affiliate partnerships, all that kind of BS in the description on YouTube, pinned comment on X. But yes, I do hold Jupe. I think Jupe's a very interesting play, a very strong beta play on Solana. And you got to think about the market cap right now, you know, comparatively. You see, and I've been breaking down the numbers here for you guys. But let's just have a look. I haven't looked at the market cap today, so let's see what it is. Okay, $1.7 billion market cap. So it's 1/5 the market cap of Uniswap. It's doing the same volume as Uniswap and has dramatically more functionality than Uniswap. It has a governance protocol with massive incentives, unlike Uniswap's governance. It has perpetual trading, a launch pad, all that kind of stuff. Great features. I like using Jupe, actually, beyond just having a bag of it. So I think it's one to pay attention to. If you like Solana, it's potentially worth looking into Jupe as well, because, well, it's been doing pretty damn well. Lark, what's with the people that are constantly in the chats saying the top's in, it's over, so they believe that they've sold? Why are they watching videos and commenting? Is it a real person? Look, some people are just trolling for fun. Let's keep it real. Shout out to the trolls. You guys are awesome. But some people have sold, right? And I don't know, they're coming and watching crypto videos because they're trying to justify their decision for selling. They bought high, they sold low, for example. I don't know. That's always a possibility. Some people are trying to run psyops. Hey, let's get on this. Let's get on here and freak everybody out. Sell, guys. Time to sell. Get out of the markets now. It's all going to go to zero. Anyway, is render at $11 too high? I don't know if it's too high, but personally, if I'm going to buy a render bag, I'd like to buy it lower. I'd like to buy it under $10. If I get like $8, it'd be great. $5 would be really cool. I don't know if that's going to happen. AI hype is remaining pretty strong, and I'm okay to miss it because I have so many bags. I have so much invested, doesn't matter, right? But I would consider getting a render bag around those kind of prices. I may not get those prices, but that would be my consideration. Oh, that's an interesting question. Daniel Eklund says, how to invest around the idea that base is going to grow? Great question. Actually, it's really interesting. If you want to invest in an ecosystem, right? Well, in that scenario, of course, you're going to need Ethereum, but you probably don't want to just be throwing a bunch of money into ETH and just hoping the number is going to go up and get your 3 or 4x. No, what you're really asking, what's going to be the hardcore beta plays? And the base ecosystem, I think, is a very interesting one. And I haven't spent as much time as I would like to playing around there. I'd spent a bit more time in the early days of base. I haven't done anything on base in a few months now. I've just been doing stuff everywhere else, to be honest. But let's just bring up the base ecosystem real quick, because I think that's going to give us an interesting indication. Coinbase Ventures. Do you not have a base portfolio here? Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, or Coin Market Cap. Because essentially what you want to do is you want to find the good beta, right? So what are we talking about here? We're talking about meme coins. We're talking about decentralized exchanges. Oh, here we go. Hey, thank you, Coin Market Cap. Base ecosystem at number 1, as it should be. Okay, there you go. So look, this is the base ecosystem here. Now, some of this stuff is more loosely related to base, like Balancer is not like a base specific protocol, right? Axelar is a cross-chain protocol. It's not specifically related to base, but it's integrated as well. But if you look around, okay, Toshi, $200 million market cap meme coin. Well, maybe that's interesting. Look at this, $8 million market cap game, which started off on Solana, but also on base. Monkey League here. Just sort this out by market cap. We have Brett, big meme coin, of course, on base as well. Other stuff like this. Where's Aerodrome, Subquery Network, all these different things. A lot of meme coins, as you can see. One of the easy ways would be to likely, not financial advice, but get something like Aerodrome. That's the big DEX right now. You can also look at something like DeFi Llama. See what the big protocols are at the moment. Let's go to chains. Let's go to base. Here you go. Yep. Aerodrome, number one, 371 million total value locked. Actually about the same as the market cap. So that's pretty interesting. You see a lot of this other stuff here is multi-chain stuff. Uniswap's on 14 chains, compounds on 4 chains. Extra finance, I have no idea what it is, but it's only on 2 chains, one of them being base. Maybe that's more interesting as a more base specific play. And I don't know a lot of this stuff, right? So I'm not going to vouch for any of these things, guys, but just to give you that kind of idea about, there's a lot of different protocols here that are maybe dedicated to base that could be interesting. A lot of the stuff really low total value locked, pretty risky. And we're still pretty early days, I think, for base overall. But look at the kind of stuff that, the money's flowing into. Again, Aerodrome is probably one of the more interesting beta plays for the entire base ecosystem. Look at a couple meme coins, ones that are really getting the sort of cultural narrative and finding the sort of zeitgeist moment within base, because those could be long-term winners. Obviously, it could go to zero too, but just to give you some kind of perspective on the sort of things to watch out for, what kind of games are launching there. So if you want to build like a base-specific portfolio, of course, a bit of Ethereum at the top just for like gas fees and screwing around and farming, whatever, but find some things to farm. Find your big beta plays, your Aerodrome, a couple meme coins, a game or two, something like that. Maybe there's a new lending protocol coming out on base. Find these things and build your portfolio around that. And that's probably a good way to get exposure to future success, if any. Obviously, it all might go to zero for base. Okay. Interesting question. Interesting way to think about things. Okay. Let's get caught up in the chat here. We're 5 minutes behind. Maria says, why are Ethereum gas prices so high and others are so low? Ethereum has had a lot of upgrades over the years, but one of the things they have not upgraded is their transaction throughput. So we've had all kinds of interesting things. We moved to proof of stake. We have all kinds of great stuff going on. We have blobs now, so layer 2s can have dirt cheap fees. And I just used Arbitrum this morning. It cost 1 penny to do a transaction. Nice. Very well done, guys. Very well. Nice. That's great. ETH layer 1 still sucks balls. So, there's that. It's still just doing 15 transactions per second, essentially. This is what comes down to, Maria. And a lot of people want access. A lot of people with big money want access. And they really don't care if they have to pay $30, $40, $50 to do a swap on Uniswap. They don't care if they have to pay $150 to bring money in and out of a smart contract application. They're moving millions. It's irrelevant to them. Ethereum is still the chain with the most damn money by far. That'll start changing over time as Ethereum continues to not upgrade its technology, right? And more of that money will flow out to Base and Arbitrum and Optimism and all these kind of different things. But basically, Ethereum has not upgraded its core architecture enough, and that is why fees continue to suck. Now, there are plans to do that, but those are not happening now. So expect fees on main chain Ethereum to remain high for the foreseeable future. Do you think Radium is better than Jupiter? No, because I have a bag of Jupiter. No, jokes though, but honestly, I used to use Radium back in the day because it was like the only thing to use back in the day. And having used Jupiter, and maybe Radium's totally updated everything and it's so much better now, and I'm like missing out on a new paradigm with Solana, DeFi, whatever. But from what I remember from Radium, yeah, Jupiter's way better. Personal opinion. I know there's some slight different things going on, whatever, but personal opinion, I think Jupiter's really got a great user experience overall. Nick, Lark, do you have any cock in you? Guys, it's French, elegantly cultural, okay? COQ. Get your minds out the gutter. I have, $3,000 worth of cock in you. That's in our $10,000 to $100,000 challenge portfolio. It's actually one of our best performers, which is quite funny. We did take some profits on that the other day, $300 profits on that, and put it into a new farm, and we still have about $3,000 left. So it's been doing pretty good, but that's the only cock in you that I own. From an investment perspective, is Kusama akin to a leveraged DOT? I don't know. I know that it's a much smaller market cap and all this stuff, but I kind of just like owning the big guy personally. Will Kusama have more percentage gains versus Polkadot? Probably. Once Polkadot 2.0 hype starts creeping up and people get all excited about the Polkadot ecosystem again, probably. That being said, I'm not buying any personally, but maybe I'll live to regret that. I should change on my dot right now for KSM because it's going to make more money. I don't know, but I'm going to be happy with the dot gains when they come. Are you still fading the TON blockchain, Lark, or are you on board? I do not own any. Not fading it. Can't own every coin, man. I know, Marv. That's crazy, but can't own them all. It's not Pokemon. It's now bigger than SHIB, soon to be top 10. But we did a report on TON recently in the a few months ago now, probably, I suppose, in Wealth Master newsletter. We'll probably do an explainer video on it in the upcoming months. So nothing against it. Just can't own every coin. Maker, what do you think about Benchi? Is it the Avalanche chain liquidity staking? Don't like it. Bad coin. Bad. Nope. No. Not a fan. Not a fan of Benchi at all. And I'll tell you why. Okay. One day, it's 2 months ago, I was looking at Benchi, and it was, I don't know what the price was. Can't remember. But I remember it's cheap. And it's like, damn, AVAX popping off. I need to get a beta play ASAP. I was like, Benchi, that's gonna be the one. It was like, 3:30, 3:45, the end of my work day. I was like, I'm gonna buy it tomorrow. Wake up tomorrow, it's up like 80% overnight, and it's like, damn. Like, okay. We're not gonna buy it now. That's ridiculous. My ego's in the way now. I can't. Okay. Let's let it cool off a little bit. Maybe then we'll get a position. Market cap still not too crazy. Boom. Wake up next day, it's another 100%. And I'm just like, damn you, Benchi. You and I are not friends anymore. We can't be friends in the future. It's over. Okay. You're not cool with me anymore. Anyway, long story short, look, I have nothing wrong, Benchi. Fine protocol. Okay, jokes aside, fine protocol. But yeah, I don't own any. I was going to buy some at one point, but I missed the boat and kind of stopped paying attention. Anyway. Benchi got on Coinbase. Nice. Good liquidity. That's great. How high will Joe go? Lots of price prediction questions. I don't know how high Joe's going to go. I'd love to see $5, $10. Like, whoa. And the problem, of course, when Joe gets to $10 is that the staking rewards are going to be so stupidly insane, they'll be hard to sell because it's real yield. I'll deal with that demon when the time comes. But in general, I see a lot of price prediction questions. Lark, what's the price of this going to be? Lark, what's the price of that going to be? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I tend not to answer those questions as much, guys. I know everyone wants to know what the price of this asset's going to be at some point in the future. I don't know. No one else knows either. We all have our guesses, and one person's guess is going to be right, and then they can, clout chase for years. Like, I was the guy who guessed the price right, man. We have our models. We have our ways of looking at models, how overarching trends for Bitcoin and Ethereum, for example, are going to impact altcoins and the potential that that's going to have if we go to a $7.5, $10 trillion market cap, et cetera, et cetera. So chances are none of us are bullish enough, really. And I know price predictions work as sort of a nice guide stone, like how high could it go, right? Like for Solana, $1,000, right? Jupiter, I feel like it could go to like $20, man. I don't know. Is that too crazy? Maybe it is, but I feel like it could go to $20. Yeah, Joe, maybe 10. I don't know. And I could throw out lots of numbers, and maybe some of them are right, maybe some of them are wrong. It doesn't really matter. And you should never get attached to a price number, the prediction that I say or anybody else says, because the reality is at the end of the day, price predictions, they're fun and they can be an interesting indicator or a way to have a framework around potential for an asset. But realistically, don't get stuck to a number. watch market conditions, as we're always saying. Watch those market conditions, the usual stuff. Coinbase app #1, Pi cycle top indicator, et cetera, all these things. I'll make a video breaking down all the common top indicators pretty soon here for you guys. But anyway, that's what you want to watch, right? That's what's really going to indicate that it's a good time to sell. And look, if you're, let's say Joe, for example, you're waiting to sell it at $10, but it only goes to $7.50, but all the top indicators are in. And you don't sell at $7.50 because, well, you know, one time Lark said it might go to $10, so I'm going to hold till then. And then it goes down 90% in the bear market, and it goes back to 30 cents or something, and all the gains you had, gone like tears in the rain. And that's it. Let me answer a couple of these super chats here from you guys. What up? Joe Brown, Tectum. Don't know what that is, but I hope you make a lot of money on it, man. Hope you make a lot of money. Lark, what do you think about Bitcoin layer 2s? I'm in a few since day one, and they're working amazingly. Merlin Chain, B2 Network, Gelios. I haven't had a chance to play around with a lot of them yet. A lot of coins out there, as you can imagine, to play around with. Merlin, you know, one thing that kind of, and I don't know if these ones are doing it, but I remember seeing one of the Bitcoin layer 2s. They approached me and they said, oh, well, we're going to do Bitcoin staking. And I said, well, guys, what the fuck are you talking about? There is no Bitcoin staking. Like, oh, yeah, we're going to do some hocus pocus in the background and pay out Bitcoin rewards. That's not fucking staking. And if you're promoting it as staking, you're fooling people and you're full of shit. So you have to understand, I don't know what these networks are doing. I remember looking very briefly at Merlin Chain. I don't really remember what the hell they were doing. But I just want to reiterate this to you. If somebody says they're staking your Bitcoin for you, they're full of shit. Okay, you can't stake Bitcoin. It doesn't work like that. Now, maybe you deposit your Bitcoin as collateral and they give you some kind of token rewards from their layer 2. Sure, but that's not really staking, okay? You're depositing collateral. That's not really staking. You're not securing their network or anything like that with your Bitcoin you're depositing your platform. What you're doing is you're taking third-party risk with your Bitcoin on new platforms that have been, well, you know, they're new and they haven't had the kind of battle testing in the market, and feels a bit risky, right? Unless you're getting like wild returns. If you're doing it for 5 or 6% returns, you're taking big risks on your coins. Just FYI. Again, I have no idea what these things do, and I'm not throwing shade at them. And, you know, I might even risk some money in the future on some of these things, but just FYI, okay, guys? Be careful out there. What do I think of ERC 314 tokens like Simp? No idea. Never heard of Simp. No idea on it. A few other coins here I don't really have opinions on in the super chat, so I don't know, man. Don't think about I don't think about VeChain anymore. Haven't thought about it in ages. Polymesh, not really familiar with it. Ondo Finance, vaguely familiar with it. Couldn't offer an opinion. Sorry. Hope that makes sense, guys. I know I cannot be an expert on all the coins in the universe. There's so many of them. There's so many. It's crazy. Have I heard anything about Jupiter being listed on Coinbase? No idea. Nobody else has either, because Coinbase, for the reason that people will do insider trading, front run the market, et cetera, they don't announce listings until they're ready to list. So anybody telling you, oh, Coinbase is about to list this coin, they're full of shit because they don't fucking know. Okay? They don't. So watch for people blowing smoke up your butts, man, because there's a lot of people out there blowing a lot of smoke up a lot of butts, and that's weird, man. Stay away from people's butts, guys. Come on now. Jay, that was a big 6. I don't even know what's going on here today, guys. This is like next level stuff. I don't even know. I just do my hair, and this is what happens. Anyway, just embrace it while I can. I'll be bald one day, so may as well enjoy the long hair while it's out there. If you were to go, okay, here's a good one to finish up on. Eddie says, if you were to go all in on one of these two coins, Dejector or Manta, which one would you choose? That's a tough question, man. You know, it's tricky. I've got a bag of both. I wouldn't want to go all in on either, to be honest. They both have interesting potential. My Manta bag is sort of not designed as a long-term bag per se. When it gets up to an adequate price level, fingers crossed, I will sell it right now. I'm using the Manta to farm the zero lend airdrop. Getting some nice points on that, by the way. But if I had to choose just one, man, it's tough. It's tough because both ecosystems are relatively nascent. You look at the Injective ecosystem, there's not really any like killer app on Injective yet. And it's interesting because it's got so much hype, but we need to see some big apps coming. A lot of like the apps that have come out, I've played around. I've used Helix and stuff like that. And I got a few of the airdrops over there. Most of them are worth nothing, essentially. But still, hey, a couple airdrops happened, but Injective hasn't really got that aha moment yet from the market. The main asset's done well, but the ecosystem's really lagging behind. Manta, there was some weirdness around the airdrop, and I understand that a lot of people were disappointed with how much they got from the airdrop and stuff like that. Okay, I get it. Wasn't the best airdrop in the world, and there were some other things that came up. But I think they've had a lot more people coming to build on their ecosystem. Now, that's gonna be grants and stuff, getting developers to come and build, but gosh, I don't know. I'm not choosing. I'm not sure. I own both of them, and I don't think I'd want to go all in on either of them, to be honest. So yeah. Gun to my head, shoot me. Shoot me. I'm over. I can't decide. Guys, thank you for joining today's stream. You're freaking awesome. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.